The fastest way to build muscle proven by science. The quickest and easiest way to get to 10k a month. Give me 24 minutes and I'll make you dangerously confident. How I made $1 million so you can just copy me. I'm absolutely sick of these bloody gurus telling me what to do, how to think, what to do with my life, how to make decisions. Fuck. It's gotten to the point where nobody can think with their own brain because they don't even know what their thoughts are and what the thoughts of their favorite gurus are. And bro, I'm exactly in this situation as well, because for a while now, for much longer than I can remember, I've been a passive consumer on this platform we call YouTube. I began by seeking specific solutions. I guess it all began when I first started going to the gym, and I realized I had no clue what the hell I was doing. And so I started seeking for answers, and so I found, you know, Athlean X, Gravity Training Zone, if he's still around. And obviously I didn't get very far because, you know, the information was shit, but it started to dive me down this rabbit hole of whenever I have a problem, there's someone on the internet to give me a solution. And here's the really tricky part. The really tricky part is that there are genuinely really good creators out there who can transform your life as long as you apply their advice and as long as you take the principles of what they say and not obsess over the tiny little tactics and all of these technical details that don't make that much difference. Because fuck me, bro, every single strategy you can imagine works. Literally, if you apply enough intensity, focus, precision, intention, presence to whatever you try to do, and you give it everything you've got, man, you will succeed at whatever it is. You can literally do the most retarded training program on the planet, but if you apply enough intensity and you're consistent with it, you're still gonna get gains, man. You're gonna get way more gains than the guy who perfectly optimizes everything, but always skips when things aren't perfect. And that's exactly what the internet has turned us into, and I'm absolutely sick of it. Like, genuinely, I'm starting to realize just how much of my brain has been infected by other people's opinions. And I have to wonder, where do my true authentic beliefs begin, and where do the opinions of my favorite influencers begin? So I really do think it's time to stop blindly following. And you might be in this predicament as well, and you might be confused. You don't know who the fuck you are anymore, because everyone and their nan has a different plan, a different strategy for you. It's not just with fitness, it's with life, your work, your career, how to run your relationship, how to build a business. Man, this overload of information only leads to analysis paralysis, especially when you passively consume, because the difference between someone who has a laser focused plan that is authentic to them and then goes seeking for information to immediately apply it, test their own experiment, gather data, and then seek more information, and someone who literally just fills up their brain with useless knowledge that just slows them down and makes them overthink everything, is having your own authentic, unique goals. And I do apologize for this ramble, because I came out here without any structure in mind, just a vague general idea, because it's been pissing me off lately how much I actually realize I've allowed my brain to be hijacked by all the gurus. And I think everyone's getting sick of it, to be honest with you. I think the tide's about to change massively, because the market has become so sophisticated. It's crazy. So many people are clicking on a video and immediately sensing the fact that it's got some kind of little marketing funnel to it, and very quickly they're just bouncing. You have to be a proper retard to not be able to tell who's trying to sell what these days and why they're making a certain piece of content. And to be honest with you, I've had enough of it. Where is all the genuine creativity gone? Where is all the unique ideas? Well, let me tell you, bro, I've fallen into this trap for a while. Last year, when I was getting shredded for my bodybuilding show, there was like no time in the day for me to be overthinking, obsessing about strategy, you know, analyzing other people's content, trying to replicate it in my own way. Man, I was literally just scrambling together what I could and piecing it together into a video. And I'll be honest, I produced some work that I was very happy with, and it genuinely felt like me. It was unique, it was authentic. And I think it's time to go back to those days. It's time to stop blindly listening to what other people are saying, because my brain has been scrambled for months, like genuinely. Ever since I left to Thailand in September last year, I've been trying to follow different people's strategies. My brain has literally become schizophrenic, ADHD as fuck, because I tried to grow my Instagram. I made a new one, and to post content, all I was doing was looking at what other people are doing and trying to replicate it in my own way, because that's what I was told to do, right? Because there's 1,000,001 different motherfuckers out there who are telling you, oh, how to grow your Instagram page, and they grow their Instagram page by telling you how to grow their Instagram page. It's so retarded. And it's just a shiny new trend. It's just a new little tactic. People are like, oh, okay, oh, what's the one thing that people want nowadays? What's the one thing that's booming? Oh, it's personal brands. Why don't I try to position myself as quickly as possible to get as, you know, as much people as possible? And I've had enough of it. I'm had fucking enough of trying to chase short-term tactics and strategies, because it never works, man. It never works. When you try to take the shortcut, you always end up taking the long cut. Every single time. And especially when it's based on someone else's own unique thought structure. Because have you noticed that the people who do well and they like build something that lasts, it's when it seems like they've shut out all the noise. They're not tapped into this whole internet industry. They have their own very distinctive way of doing things, and I want to become one of them. I'm tired of not expressing my most authentic self to the world. I've tried so many different quick short-term strategies, and guess what? There's been no life-changing results so far. In terms of business, in terms of personal development, in terms of physique, of course, man, I think that I've, you know, learned so much and developed myself so much that I've become more valuable, but I haven't been able to express that value because I got lost in the sauce. And it's been very selfish of me to not go all in on genuinely making a work of art that I'm proud of. It seems like there's 1,000,001 different ways to do things, to become successful, to build your dream life, but do you even know what your dream life is? Have you ever actually asked yourself, what is my genuine, authentic desires, and not the desires of my favorite influencer who's programmed me with his marketing because he wants to sell me into his way of doing things, because guess what? He has a program that I'm going to join. I've had to ask myself this question, like, what do I actually want my life to look like? Do I want to build a brand, build a business that I become a slave of, or do I want control? Do I want autonomy? Do I want this feeling of internal freedom that comes from having the impact on the world that I genuinely want versus what other people are telling me to do because it's what the industry standard is? Bro, I'm not trying to be fucking standard, I'm trying to be exceptional. Have you ever asked yourself, what would your perfect day actually look like? Does it involve working on your computer for 12 to 14 hours a day just because you want to feel productive and grind and stay busy? Because there's this empty void inside of you that you can only fill by staying in motion, because the silence is unbearable because you have all of these unresolved issues rotting your brain, your mind away. Or do you actually want to create a life of true freedom and autonomy? Like, do you actually want control? Do you actually want to design a life that makes sense to you? This is a thought that always runs away from me when I get lost in the source of trying to chase results now. You know, I need money as quickly as possible, and guess what happens? Nothing. My life doesn't change. I never get the results I'm seeking, and I always come back to this fucking drifting, this I don't know, like looking around, not taking enough action because I'm paralyzed with all of these excessive thoughts. I very nearly got caught into this trap again because ever since I got back from Thailand, I've been for the most part working about, I don't know, 7 hours a day at my actual job. I start at 6 a.m. I end about 1 p.m. most days. Some days it's 12. And I've been looking for something to fill the rest of the time with. And at first it was literally just drifting around. I did my content, you know, I went through the motions. I just ticked it off the checklist just to say that I did it. And obviously didn't get any results from that half-assed effort. But then I was always like seeking for something to fill the void with, you know. Oh, maybe I need to start doing outreach on LinkedIn and start doing more and just try to chase people around, get clients ASAP. But now I'm really starting to deep it. I was so close to literally getting a freaking remote sales job and filling the rest of my time with just cold calling motherfuckers because I wanted to stay productive, stay busy, and feel like I'm grinding and that, you know, now I'm worthy, and the more I do, the better I will become. But now that I've realized that there's a much more important grind, the grind of me, like actually going more all in with my own personal development than I've ever done before, while that's so gay, do or do not, there is no try, right? While putting all of my like excess brain power into making myself more potent so that I can come on here and deliver a more potent message and in a much more potent manner, because this is just a skill like any other. And I've been spreading myself so fucking thin, especially because the more your brain is active with extra noise that you don't act upon, the more brain power it wastes, and the more you spread yourself thin without even actually doing that much. You literally just spread yourself thin mentally. But anyway, enough is enough. I just wanted to get these thoughts out of my mind. Completely unstructured ramble today. If you stuck around this long, you're a true G, and you're one of my boys, so stick around and let's make fucking history together.